You know what? Everybody's talking about this chair shot. Don't worry. It was supposed to be safe and supposed to be protected. Nobody, this is fake as fuck. Don't worry about that. The fact that it was real, we're sorry. The fact that it looked good or whatever and was brutal looking, we're sorry. They're basically apologizing for something that looked brutal and fucking impactful on a pay-per-view, on a show. And right there it was. There it was. The unprotected chair shot heard round the world. What's going on, guys? I am Jake, aka Bomber, and we got to talk about this. It seems like no matter what, when you come out of a pay-per-view, you come out of the show, now either it's AEW, WWE, whoever, there always is this hot button issue now. It's so weird that now we cannot just have a pay-per-view where people, just say, you know what, that was a good show, or you know what, that wasn't so great. There's always something that is so polarizing that people start just fighting and arguing and just being so insane on Twitter or anywhere else, not just Twitter, like anywhere. It's crazy to me how we have got to this point where we just can't watch something, either enjoy it or not enjoy it. I don't know, either one, whatever you want to do it. But I guess I say that and look at this. It's no matter what, there's something to complain about, basically, is what's going on. You just saw it right there. An unprotected chair shot, which I made a search for. And as I'm recording this, more results keep popping up. This thing's almost trending. And I'm recording this on a Monday, a couple days later after the pay-per-view. People are still really going in on this. And I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, when it first happened, I didn't say, you know what, I got to make a video on that. I got to get my opinion out on this. Like several other hot topics that have happened in wrestling lately that I've done. But I didn't think this was going to be worth going in on and talking about it. But I'll be damned if this hasn't turned into the biggest thing. Fyter Fest was a solid show. I didn't do a full review on it, but bottom line, I gave it like a 7 out of 10. It was decent. It was pretty good. But all people are going to remember, I swear to God, if the further we get down the road past this show, people are going to be like, oh, that's the one where Cody Rhodes took that chair shot. Sorry. That's where Cody Rhodes took that unprotected chair shot. You got to say the word unprotected because it can't be just a brutal or a sick or a magnificent or insane or anything like that. It can't be, a word that helps emphasize how, hard hitting it was or how brutal it was, because we can't do that nowadays. It's I almost said 2017. It's 2019. You can't say that. Now it's unprotected. It's unprotected now. He didn't put his hand up to absorb the blow, so it's unprotected chair shot. You got to say the right wording now. Seriously, though, as you can tell, I'm not a big fan of the word unprotected. To me, this is the culture that we live in now. It's seeping into wrestling, which is normal. Wrestling is always adapted, with what's going on in the world and, just the culture and everything. And we have been, for a while now, going down this road of a more PC, more, just in general, more of a can't complain about this now. Like, fans are now getting told they can't do certain things. This is just more of that, I think. It's yes, chair shots. I'm not going to sit here and say that chair shots can't lead to, brain damage and stuff like that. They've looked at this stuff. But guys, I have seen, being a CCW fan, you see the fucking DVDs behind me. There was Tournament Death 18 just a week before this event. I saw over 20 chair shots at least worse than this, okay? I'm not saying that, no, I'm not sitting here saying that everything's okay. That's not what I'm saying, all right? What I'm saying is I don't think there's really anything wrong with certain amount of these chair shots just being a rarity. And there was an actual poll that I saw from I think it was PW Torch, that I didn't get to vote on, but they had the results came in. Should AEW do unprotected chair shots at that? First of all, the fact that this was even a fucking poll is just beyond stupid to me. But anyway, 51% says absolutely, positively no. Definitely not. 33% say on a rare occasion. 11% say sure if it adds to the story. 5% sure I like them. Now, I'm not going to sit here. Now, I didn't vote on this poll, but if I would have, I probably would have said Sure, if it adds to the story, because that is what this chair shot is going to end up doing for this story between Shawn Spears and Cody Rhodes. This now has actually became a thing for something that if he came out and just hit him in the head or maybe he hit him in the stomach, the typical WWE style, hit him in the stomach and then hit him on the back, nobody would have cared. They would have had this, oh man, Shawn Spears, he attacked him, blah, blah, blah. Nobody would have cared. Nobody would have cared. The fact that this chair shot was so brutal looking, I'm not going to sit here and say unprotected chair shot because I fucking hate that word. It just makes everything seem so soft, and it just brings, to me, just constantly call these chair shots unprotected chair shots brings it down and brings the significance of the chair shots down. It's sorry, but anyway. This actually is going to become a thing between Cody and Shawn Spears, and obviously it's probably going to lead to a match at All Out in August, and you're going to actually be invested in it because there was something significant that happened. That was a brutal-looking chair shot. It actually is going to help the story. It's going to be a Kickstarter for a match that, if you looked on paper, or you looked wherever the hell, and you see Cody Rhodes versus Shawn Spears, so? But now that this happened, now that Cody Rhodes, he got staples put into his head and just a brutal-looking visual of the chair shot that they're going to play several times. Hopefully, I swear to you, if they refuse to show it, I mean, that's on them, but whatever. But that is a beautiful visual that they can use to tell this story on how vicious it is and how Cody Rhodes is really going to... See, this is helping tell a story. Yes, it was a unprotected chair shot, sure, but it's going to help. Now, I know some people out there, no matter what, I saw people on the Job Radio Discord say, I turned the show off after the chair shot. What? I mean, people, you can do what you want. You can do whatever you want. But after that chair shot, you turned it off because it was unprotected? See, this is, I'm just not going to, see eye to eye with these people, and that's fine. Not everybody's allowed to like different things. That's why, this to me, people say AEW's, that we have all kinds of styles. To me, more of a hardcore, hardcore and just in general, old school hardcore wrestling fan, this actually intrigued me. This got me into the story like I was just talking about. So no, I am not against what happened. I am not against the chair shot heard around the fucking world at this point. I don't think that it was a bad thing. I just don't. Should they do it every single week? Should they do it every single show? Of course not. They should not do that. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of CCW guys take these chair shots. They've been doing it for over 20 years. Yes, they are more deathmatch wrestlers and they're not known and they're, say what you will, but they've been taking these chair shots for a long time, night after night, almost in some cases. This one chair shot is not going to ruin everything. I don't know what is happening right now. People are just overreacting and they had to find something. It's today's day and age. You have to find something to either hate on a show or just completely use to bury a show. To me, the worst part of this is how, widespread unprotected chair shots is becoming, but the worst part, not in part of the show, was what happened after the show with the interview. So I'm not going to play the interviews or the clips and stuff, but here's the link. Chris Van, I've watched a lot of his stuff, by the way. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Voot. I don't know. He's awesome. He is fantastic. Highly suggest you guys go watch his interviews. Anyway, after the show, they do their post-show conference and whatnot. And Tony Khan came out here and, just talked about the show, just gave his thoughts on stuff. But in this, I don't understand. One, right away, the very first question, of course, goes straight to the headshot thing, right? He straight up says that it was, it was fixed. It was, it was fake. It was supposed to be fake. And right after that, the next question is like a kayfabe question that he answers in kayfabe. And then later on in the interview, he says, guys, it's 2018. We all know it's a work. I'm at a point where I don't know how to react. I know it brings something out in me. I'm watching something I love, wrestling, change in front of me. And I can see a lot of people that hate Jim Cornette out there and stuff because he's one of the more, the other end polarizing, people. But he's so mad because something that he did, he devoted his life to, everything, it changed. And that's the thing, like, you know, old timers and stuff, it happens to everybody. But I'm in the process of watching it happen right now. And it feels really weird to watch him, Tony Khan, come out here and start the interview saying, oh yeah, we'll go into it later, but you know, it was fake. It was supposed to be this and that. It was all, you know, just phony stuff. And then the next question, talk about like how meaningful Nyla Rose's performance was and Riho and all them. And it's like, you just delegitimized the show, and then you go right into it and talk about how great it was for this person to win and how great they're going to work up the company. It's like, it's either don't do kayfabe or do kayfabe. That's this weird, sorry, I hit the mic. It's this weird, it's a weird thing that's happening right now to wrestling, just in general. It really, really is. Wrestling is in a very weird transition phase at this moment. Because then the Young Bucks came out to do an interview, and they literally said that, you know, I'm not going to go into it anymore, but the chair shot was gimmicked. So obviously there was supposed to be some kind of gimmick with this chair shot that they constantly are just saying, you know what, everybody's talking about this chair shot. Don't worry. It was supposed to be safe and supposed to be protected. Nobody, you know, this is fake as fuck. You know, don't worry about that. The fact that it was real, we're sorry. The fact that it looked good or whatever and was brutal looking, we're sorry. They're basically apologizing for something that looked brutal and fucking impactful on a pay-per-view, on a show. Insane to me that they have to apologize for something that looked legitimate. And by the way, this right here, boom, so this guy right here, I don't know who Danny Sane is. I just came across this GIF, and he pointed out the exact thing that I was going to come on here and talk about in this video. In that same match, which, by the way, in my opinion, this was one of the weaker matches on the card, was the Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes. But, you know, that's here and there. Now, this spot right here, in my opinion, was way worse. This was way worse than an unprotected chair shot. This guy lands on his spine. Can I pause this? On his spine, on the edge of the ring, just leaping off. Guys, way worse than a chair shot. Way worse than a chair shot. People were doing chair shots for years. People were doing chair shots for a very long time. This guy could have easily paralyzed himself easily in one spot. How are people completely not even thinking about bringing this spot up? But they have a major problem with that headshot, with that chair shot, unprotected chair shot, whatever the fuck you want to say. Blows my mind, man. I will just not understand. I think this is more of another example, which I'm going to have to come out with another video kind of explaining like what is going on with this transition of wrestling in general. I think we are literally transitioning into a new era of wrestling, and it's all because of stuff like this chair shot, the unprotected chair shot, people being in such an uproar over this chair shot. Yes, it looked brutal. It looked sick. It looked like it hurt, but god damn it, it is wrestling. By the way, there was a, you know, unsanctioned hardcore match to close the show. They put people through thumbtacks. They had barbed wire boards. They had ladders jumping 15 feet in the air through tables, all that kind of stuff. You know, kind of bad, kind of could hurt you, kind of could end your career, your life, who knows. But one unprotected chair shot, shut it down. Everybody's freaking out. God. So that's it. That's my thoughts, guys. Like I said, I didn't even think this warranted a video for it, but the outlash, the huge reaction to this, I just had to come out and give my opinion on it. Again, just the quick summary, I don't think it was that bad. As long as it helps the story and isn't a, common occurrence, I don't think an unprotected chair shot is a bad thing. I also have to admit, this may be a little biased because CZW. I am a hardcore wrestling fan. I see this shit all the time. But, you know, say what you will. So yeah, just let me know down below, what do you guys think about this whole thing? Now, personally, I think if we asked Cody Rhodes, I guarantee you Cody would be over the moon with how this came off. The fact that it looked brutal and he took the shot, I guarantee you to him, this is a great thing. I think he's the more old school, like, soul kind of guy that really appreciates how this went down and how this actually came off. I think he knows, he understands this is going to help the story, but who knows? I don't know. Maybe you guys think he's an idiot for taking one chair shot to the head. I don't know. But like I said, let me know down below. So that is it for now, guys. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a fantastic 4th of July.